All right, so all of you just stretch your legs out in front, and then bend your right knee and take your hand on the inside of the right knee like this. And take your ankle, put your foot under your left knee. And then take your other hand, your left hand, on the inside of the left leg and bring your left heel just under the right knee. And this is Swastikasana. So if you're just crossed at the ankles like that, that's not the pose I'm talking about. So get your foot under your knee and your shin parallel to the front edge of the mat, and then do the same thing with the other. So this helps you to open your hips. So Niharika, can you cross your middle shins? And Christina, I can't see your legs, and I can't see Alex's. Brenda, I can't see your legs. Susanna, that looks good. Dury, that looks good. Okay, now all of you take your hands on your buttock flesh and pull the buttock flesh out. And then after you have adjusted your buttock flesh and the buttock bones are spread, draw the outer thighs into the hip sockets. So at first that's an effort. You're going to feel your buttocks contract a bit. Press your fingertips into the bolster, and then with your outer hips going into the hip sockets, feel your perineum go up and then drop. And then again, press into the fingertips, draw the thighs into the hip sockets, the pelvic floor lifts, and then you can let go. Okay, I just want you to be aware of that feeling. Even if you can't hold it, you should know what it is. And then with your fingertips on the bolster now, raise the sides of the trunk, bend your elbows. So from the waist, you have to lift up, and then the side ribs lift up. It helps to do it on an inhalation. And now spread the collarbone. So take your elbows closer to each other behind you and turn the biceps from inside out so that the outer shoulder blades are moving closer to the spine. Then maintain that. You'll feel the breath in your chest, and then bring the hands together. You all look really good. Bring your hands together and don't close the chest. So your fingers are together, your palms are together, and the base of the thumb is at the base of the breastbone. The base of the thumb is at the base of the breastbone. Alex, bring your hands down a little bit. Naomi, bring your hands down a little bit. And then the forearms are going upward. Okay, close the eyes. Now be tall, be straight, sit straight, observe your breath. Relax the facial skin. Start to deepen your breath so you have a smooth exhalation and a slightly deeper inhalation. And a longer exhalation. Just get the stale air out and bring the mind inward. And then come back to normal breathing and bring your awareness to the center of the chest. Let the eyes recede. Relax the jaw. Now we'll be chanting 3 ohms, and Om is a sacred mantra. It is the vibration of divinity. When you chant Om, you should keep that in mind. And it starts with a sound at the back of the throat and at the base of the spine. And then that sound turns from ah to oo to m sound. So come to the end of your exhalation. Have a pause and then deeply inhale. As you exhale, bow your head toward your heart, surrender your ego to the pure self, and then bring your hands to your legs. Slowly raise your head, gradually open your eyes. Okay, so I did want to find out, just take a survey from you. How many of you are either vaccinated or planning to get vaccinated? I don't have any judgment or advice about it. I'm just curious, and I think it would be interesting if you don't mind to say. So we're going to start with Susanna, and then we'll go to Dury and then Claudia. Hi, Jackie. You want to say something?
Oh, I was just saying that I am vaccinated.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Susanna, you go.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm planning to vaccinate. Is that as well? And yeah. And also
Okay. And how,
I'm feeling fine. I'm 26 weeks pregnant and I feel fine today.
okay. All right. Dury, how many weeks and how do you feel today?
Hi, I am at the end of my 16 weeks and I'm feeling fine today, and vaccination is going to take place towards the end of my 3rd trimester, or while I'm right after I deliver, to deliver antibodies to the baby.
Okay. All right. Thank you. And now, Claudia. Yeah.
I am 18 weeks and I just have a little bit of sciatica pain on my right sciatica. And same, I'll probably do the vaccination at 30 weeks, but I've had COVID and I just did an antibodies test. So I still have antibodies from when we had COVID back in November. So yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Niharika, then Casey, then Erica, then Brenda.
I'm 19 and a half weeks pregnant today and I feel good. And I got my first shot last week and I have my next one in a month. So.
Okay. You must be okay since you're not talking about complaints from that.
No, I didn't really have any side effects after the first dose. So, yeah.
Okay, good. Casey.
Hi everyone, I'm 39 weeks today and aches and pains in the lower back and hips. But I've been having today, like it almost feels like athletic cramps when you get those runner's cramps bilaterally, not at the same time, on the left side and then later on the right if I'm walking or trying to pick something up. But otherwise feeling good, feeling big.
Wait, where are these cramps? Are they in your legs or in your uterus or what?
No, they're really low. They're low. But like I would say it's like right here and right here, the lower side of the abdomen. And it coincides with movement, nothing strenuous, but walking or bending down to pick something up, and it subsides after a minute or two. And yeah, otherwise feeling good, and I'm going to get vaccinated as soon as I can after the baby's here.
And have you had any contractions yet? I know you're 39 weeks, so.
I've had Braxton Hicks, but nothing that no cramping alongside Braxton Hicks. So, and the uterine monitor hasn't picked up a whole lot of activity yet.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Casey.
Sure.
All right. Erica.
Hey everybody, Erica, 33 weeks pregnant, looks a lot bigger than 33 weeks. It is number 3. I've over my head cold that came on last week, so I have increased vitality, which is excellent as of the last couple of days. Feeling lack of space, so really looking forward to the stretching tonight.
Okay.
I do not plan on getting vaccinated until there's more data on long-term effects, both for the baby and for myself. So, yeah, that's it.
Okay, all right, thanks. Brenda, you're next.
They'll have your chair,
Who's talking?
Matt. And
So weird. Brenda, are you there? Can you speak?
Yeah, I think one of your old videos started playing. Sorry, I thought it was playing at your end, but
No, it's yours.
but you know I'm doing my yoga because your videos are always open in my computer. And 26 weeks today, feeling good for the most part. Just I tend to hold all my tightness in my neck and my shoulders, so that's about it. I don't plan on getting vaccinated till the baby is here, and then I hope to pass on. I'll get vaccinated as soon as the baby is here so that I can pass on some immunity antibodies through the breast milk, hopefully.
Okay. All right, thanks, Brenda. Okay, now Naomi, and then Carla, and then Stephanie.
Hi, I'm 19 weeks and started in the last few days and still having some constipation for the first time in the pregnancy. And I also had a late lunch at 2 o'clock, which was just an hour ago here. So I'm just feeling full and a little tired. Shouldn't do that, but I did. And then I've gotten my first dose and I'm getting my second dose next week. And I had maybe mild side effects. It was hard to tell the difference between pregnancy side effects. So I felt queasy in a little bit of a different way, very mildly and briefly. Okay, thank you. Carla?
Hey, I am 37 weeks, 6 weeks, and I have a little bit of tightness in my left hip. And I will be getting the shot after I have the baby.
Okay, thank you, Carla. And then Stephanie, see you moving around there.
Hey, Pauline, I'm 26 weeks. I fully vaccinated as of last Friday. I had felt normal for 12 hours, then got really ill and didn't feel good, hence why I missed Saturday's class. So apart from that, I feel totally normal, no complaints, pregnancy or COVID vaccine related.
Thank you, Stephanie. All right. Jacqueline, Nicole. You have to unmute yourself.
Yes,
There we
I
go.
am 32 weeks pregnant. No real complaints, just feeling 32 weeks pregnant. I am fully vaccinated. After the first vaccine, I didn't really feel anything, just a little bit of dizziness for a few minutes. After the second vaccine, I felt like I had a full-fledged flu for 24 hours with chills, and I even had to pull out winter scarf and hat and coat, and then hot flashes. But after that next day, everything went back to normal. And I got vaccinated because I'm asthmatic, and it would be dangerous going into a hospital for a hospital setting. It would be a risk for me.
Okay. Thank you. Thanks for sharing, Jacqueline. And so now Alex, I don't have my glasses on, and then Allison, and then Christina, and then Saley.
Hi, I am 25 weeks pregnant. Feeling good. I had a little bit of lower back pain yesterday and it feels better today. Maybe just a little sense of it still there. I have not been vaccinated and I haven't really decided what I'm gonna do yet. Maybe after the baby comes.
Okay, thanks, Alex. Allison, how many weeks are you?
I am 24 weeks and generally feeling good today, and I am scheduled for my first dose of the vaccine in a few weeks.
Okay, thanks. Christina.
I'm 23 weeks today. Feeling good. And I'm gonna get the vaccine after I have the baby.
Okay, and Siley? Unmute yourself.
I'm 27 weeks, will be 27 weeks this week, and I'm feeling pretty good actually. I did the class on Saturday and then I did my swimming yesterday, so I'm really feeling very good actually. And then
Wonderful.
I don't know what the vaccine scenario in Canada is right now. It's not as good as the US. So I'm gonna just wait until later to get my vaccine.
Okay. All right. Thanks for sharing, all of you. So we're going to stand up now. I know you're itching to get moving. So we're standing up and going to the wall. You're going to the wall to stretch your arms up the wall. So I'm just going to move the bolster out of the way. And you'll be taking your arms up the wall and hopefully stretching your armpits, getting your elbows in. So go to the walls, Urdhva Hastasana. I have to get my glasses, so do it for 10 seconds and then come down and then do it again. Okay, I don't have a single pair of glasses down here. So I'm going to be teaching blind. No, not totally. Okay. I'm looking at you. Rest your head against the wall. Rest your head against the wall. Now, all of you, elbows in. Elbows in. I have a good view of Stephanie, so I'm going to spotlight her. All right. Resting the head against the wall, are you? Okay. Rotate the outer upper arms toward the wall. Step back a little bit. Step back. Yep. Now stretch your armpits higher and higher and higher. Take the hands higher. Rest the forehead. Yeah, and let the fingers drain. Okay, and exhale and come down. All right, now stand with your right side near the wall and do Ardha Parshva Hastasana. So you'll be taking your right arm. Oh, there goes my camera. You'll be taking your right arm to the wall at the side of your shoulder. All right. Okay. Like this, and turn your fingers back. And then stretch your left arm down. And you're turning your arm. The front of the arm is going to the top, going to the back of the arm, and then tighten the tricep into the bone. Lift the sides of the chest and draw the shoulder blades down. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, and then change the sides. Take the left hand to the wall with your fingers pointing back, spread the palm, stretch your right arm by your side, bring the weight to your heels, and then pushing the wall, rotate the arm. The front of the arm has to go to the back of the arm. And then lift the sides of the chest. The right arm should be going downward to lift the sideways, lift the rib cage, lift the sternum, and then exhale and release. And again, now the right hand, take the right hand and turn it upside down. Get your heel of your hand toward the ceiling, your fingers toward the floor. Tighten your arm, your upper arm, your tricep to the bone. Stretch your left arm down. And then draw that hand downward and feel how the outer upper arm is connected to your trunk muscles. Feel that as you rotate the upper arm from the front to the top to the back and pull the shoulder blade down. Let go, do the other side. Your fingers are pointing down. Heel of the hand is pressing. Turn the left arm from inside to front, to top, to back. And then right arm down, lift the sides of the trunk. And then bear down on the wall connection between the tricep and the side trunk muscles. So side trunk is going up and the arm is pressing down. And then let go. Okay, now you'll be taking your hands to the wall at chest height. At chest height, and you're standing about 1.5 feet, your toes 1.5 feet away from the wall, turn the toes in, and then bend your elbows, bring your chest 1 inch away from the wall, and then pull the backs of the elbows down. The backs of the upper arms should pull down to the floor, and again, the sides of the trunk go up. And then also raise the sternum, pull the shoulder blades down with the arms going down, and lift the chin. So you should feel like the bottom tips of the shoulder blades are fixing themselves to the back ribs, and there's space in the back of the neck. And then come back and stand in Tadasana. Just rest your arms. And then again, take your hands at about chest height, maybe a little bit lower. Keep the elbows close in to the rib cage. Don't let the elbows go wide. Bring the elbows straight down to the floor and into the ribs, and then bring your chest 1 inch from the wall. Now pull down with your arms. Pull down and lift the side chest up. The buttock flesh should be going down. The abdomen should be going up. Raise your head and the shoulder blades are going down, and maybe you feel the bottom tips of the shoulder blades into the back ribs. And then just have your head straight and come back. Okay, now take your back to the wall. Your back is to the wall, and you're going to bend your knees so that your thighs are parallel to the floor and your arms have to be wide. Now the entire back has to go to the wall. The entire back. So the lumbar spine should go back, and the skin on the buttocks should go toward the backs of the knees. So there's no space between your back and the wall. And this is really good for helping you not get diastasis recti. Okay, come up. Take a breath. And then again, step your feet out. Your feet are hip width. Bend the knees and get a 90-degree corner with the leg, the thighs parallel to the floor, arms wide. Spread your collarbones. Now take your waist back and your buttock flesh and back thighs toward the knees. You might feel the abdomen wrap around the sides to the front. Inhale, exhale, come up. Okay, just one more. Just stand in Tadasana, stretch your legs, stretch your arms, take a breath. Exhale. Again, last one. Step forward. We're only doing this about 10 seconds. Bend your knees, make the corner. Now round the lower spine. The tailbone comes forward toward the knees. Press your arms. No space. No space between your back and the wall. Lift the sternum. Inhale and come up. Very good. Okay, now you'll be getting a chair. You'll be getting a chair and holding it like this. It's nice if, well, I don't think you're going to lose your balance. So I think it'll be okay just like this. Okay, so take the chair on your right side. I'm going to be your mirror. Take the chair on your right side. And then take your right leg out to the side and your left leg straight. Okay, now your left leg should be right under your left hip and press the left thigh back. So raise your toes and get your thigh to move back. And with your right leg at a 90-degree angle, your right leg should be in line with your hip and your knee back. So turn the top of the thigh from the top to the back. So this is called external rotation. You're rolling that thigh from the inside to the top to the back. And then move your left buttock forward and open the left groin. Now keep these actions in the leg, the standing leg going back
The rotation of this right thigh and the buttock moving forward, and then stretch your arms. Stretch your arms. Lift the sides of the trunk. So imagine that you're pressing down on something and feel how that helps you to lift the sides of the trunk. Keep the abdomen soft, shoulder blades down, and then exhale and bring your arms down, and let's take the leg down. And then go to the other side. Just gradually preparing the legs and the groins. Take your left leg up, move your foot to the back of the seat of the chair, and make sure that your right standing leg is in line. The center of the hip is in line with the center of the foot and the ankle. And then raise your toes of your standing leg and bring the weight to the heel. Just move your thigh back. Keep that in the right leg, and then this leg turns from the inside out to put the outer calf against the chair. Then move the left buttock forward and lift the pubis. So then, keeping those actions in the legs, take your arms out. Right leg back, press it back, toes up, left buttock forward, lift the lower abdomen, don't harden it. Now imagine you're pressing down on something, so you have to make your triceps firm and press down without actually moving the arms. Lift the chest, exhale, release your arms, and now take your leg down. Okay. Now, just take your chair and be in half Uttanasana. Take your feet as wide as the edges of the mat, and then move your shoulders back. Take the right foot forward and the left foot back for Parshvottanasana. Right foot forward, left foot back. Now, I want you to make sure that your right heel is lined up with your left arch. Your right heel should be lined up with the left arch, and the left foot should be turned out about 45 degrees. Allison Sweeney, open up your stance a little bit bigger. Yeah, that's it. Then all of you watch, take your heel up. Can you raise the toes, the whole foot, and so you're on the back of the heel, and then pull up on your right hip. The right hip has to go up. Inhale, exhale, and then put the foot down, but don't move the hips. Press into the left heel. Okay, now bend your knee and step back to half Uttanasana. Okay, in half Uttanasana, move your shoulders back, away from the ears. Raise your toes and tighten your quadriceps. Move the inner groins back, but also move the inner groins to the inner thighs. So you're moving your upper inner thighs into the bones. And you should feel like there's more breadth and stability in the hips. Then take your right foot and step it back. Pick up your left foot, move it forward. We're doing the left side. You should have 3 feet at least, maybe 3.5 between your feet. The right foot should turn 45 degrees out from the center line of the mat. Then pressing into your right heel, press that right thigh back and raise the left foot as high as you can and pull that hip, pull that thigh bone back so that the hips are even. And then with your exhalation, keeping your left hip up and back, lower your toes and lengthen the chest forward. And then come back to half Uttanasana. Then Tadasana. Okay, now get a brick. We're going to sit in Virasana and get a strap, a brick and a strap, or maybe 2 bricks. And if you're if you don't like to kneel, you can put a blanket. In fact, let's do it. Let's put the blanket down. Okay, and you will be having your knees hip width apart, and you'll start with your block like this, the tall
not tall, but on the blade. We call it on the blade edge. So this is Virasana. And your brick should be wide, Allison. So look here, the brick should be like this. And that's it. And then you spread your buttocks and get your buttock bones on that brick. Then, if it's possible, maybe you can sit a little bit lower. That puts more stretch on the ankles. So I want you to get your shins down. So I want you to just rub your fingers along the edge and feel where there's a hole. Get your shins to press down, spread your toes. This is very important to get the shins down. Okay, now you've got your strap. Can you make a loop? This is Virasana. We're going to put that loop on the forearms. So my loop is about shoulder width apart, and I'm pressing my wrists into the loop. Now press the shins down, be on the ball point tips of your buttock bones, and then take your arms halfway up, parallel to the floor. Draw your arms back into the shoulder sockets and shoulder blades down. Now here, the arms have to rotate from the outside, the outer upper arms rotate down. Okay, and then raise your arms, keep rotating, the upper arms down, keep rotating, raise the arms again, and then raise the arms up as in line with your ears. Now here, the outer upper arm should rotate forward. And then keeping that rotation, lift the entire side trunk up. Keep the abdomen soft, stretch the sides of the waist, stretch the side ribs. And then if you can take the arms behind the ears, then you will feel the shoulder blades perhaps moving into the back ribs. Lift the armpits and then exhale and bring your arms parallel to the floor and release. Okay, now take your hands down. Now take the strap behind you. You can loosen it a little if you wish, but put it again on the forearms. Now, as you push into the belt, observe what happens to the shoulders. So when you push into the belt, you have to take the shoulder bones back. So the upper arm bones go back, but don't squeeze the shoulder blades together. Just take this upper arm bone and move it to the back of the sockets and lift the side ribs of the chest. Then really straighten the arms. You see the tricep has to go into the bone. Lift the sides of the waist, spread the collarbone, have a deep inhalation. Exhale, inhale, exhale. Now turn your palms forward. Turn your palms forward, yes, and further lift the chest and pull the shoulder blades down the back. Inhale, exhale, very good. Keep the chest lifted. Okay, let go. Now, come forward on your hands and knees, and then stand up. And then you're going to need a wall. So you'll be moving your mat right up to the wall and keep your blanket. Now you will need a chair. So we're going to get the chair. And I'm going to do a demonstration. So just have your chair ready. You will be taking your right leg to the wall. Okay, let's see. Just mirror me. I'm gonna watch you and you're going to mirror me if you can. So I'm taking how can I explain this? Okay, so you wanna be like this. You're kneeling, and we did Virasana so that you would get your shins down. Okay, so press your shins down. And then watch, I'm taking my right leg 90 degrees. Then I'm taking my right leg to the wall. Now, this is not correct. because my hip is a little bit inward of my knee, so I'm going to move my bottom leg, this leg, the bent leg, in closer so that the center of the hip and the center of the knee are in a vertical line. Okay, then I'm going to take my hand down the shin and turn my waist away from the wall. I'm gripping my kneecap. I'm turning my waist. Then I'll take my arm up to stretch the entire side. Now, as I'm taking my arm up, I'm pulling the hip down to the knee to stretch the side trunk, and then going over to the wall. Okay, so let's do that first. Okay, now you have to press down with your shin of your bent leg, and then from the hip, lengthen to the rib cage, and then take the arm up over the ear like you did with the belt on, and then reach back behind, and now turn your trunk. Turn your trunk toward the ceiling, press down with your bent leg, lift up with your side waist, and then inhale, lift your spine and come up. Okay, we're going to use the chair in a minute, but now do the other side. So now if your right leg was straight, your left leg was straight, so you would turn around, and you have to measure so that when you stretch your leg and you put your toes up the wall, that your outer hip is in line with your outer knee, and then pull up on your left thigh. Turn the left thigh from the inside out like we did when we bent the leg on the chair, and then turn your waist away from the wall and start to reach your hand to your ankle and bring your side trunk down. Roll that top shoulder back, and then take your right arm, or whichever arm is on the bent leg side, and reach to the wall. Stretch that right leg down to the floor, press your shin, left arm back, right arm back. Okay, inhale and come up. Okay, I hope that you felt a stretch in the sides of the waist. Did you? Not really? Okay, we're gonna do it again. We're gonna do it again. And now I want you to see how I'm using this chair. So again, I'm starting with my leg 90 degrees. Then I take my leg to the wall, so the alignment is the same. But now I'm going to use the chair like this. I'm putting my right hand on the seat of the chair so I can really turn my trunk, and then lengthen here. This helps me to twist more. Okay, so now you try it. Yeah, now stretch that right arm, stretch the top arm. I'm going to be watching you. So, all right. Allison, bring the chair in closer to you. That's it. And then Erica or Alex, that looks good. Tighten your elbow and pressing into that right arm, turn your chest, beautiful. And then inhale and come up. Don't stay too long. Very good. Okay, come on up. Now go to the other side. Who shall I spotlight? Susanna. Okay, so check to make sure that your bent leg shin is pressing, press the ankle. Now that foot that's on the wall, you push the ball of the foot and don't sink in the knee. All right, now turn the left thigh from inside out, draw the femur into the hip socket, and then bend over your straight leg. Use your arm that's on the chair to rotate your trunk. Okay, and then stretch your arm over. Beautiful, good, Niharika. Press the right shin, press the left shin. Casey, take your left knee a little wider, just a little bit. There's something wrong there, Erica. So it's the left arm that should be on the chair and the right arm goes over the head. Yeah. Okay, now get your side trunk down, Brenda. It's hardly down. Yeah, get it down and stretch that right trunk. Now take the arm to the wall. Rotate your right arm from the inside out and reach. Yes, yes. And at the same time, press your outer right thigh down. Okay, and then inhale and come up. All right, did you all feel a stretch in the side of the trunk? Yes or no? Okay, I'm taking my spotlight back. All right, good. Now, Trikonasana. So now you're going to take the chair or you're going to take the block. I don't know. It depends on your flexibility. If you tend to be stiff, then you need to take the chair for your hand. So you'll be having your left leg to the wall, your right leg wide, and then the block or the chair here. You'll turn the right leg like you did on the chair. Remember how you bent that knee and you turn the thigh from the inside out, from the inside out. And you're straightening the leg like this. So you'll start with a bent knee. Turn the thigh inside out and get the knee facing to the right with your left outer foot to the wall, push into the block and pull your femur up into the hip socket. The thigh has to pull up. And now from here, get your right side trunk over the right leg and roll your left shoulder back. Now right buttock forward, and then head back, head back. Reach your left arm by your left hip, and then you can take it up if you want. Keep pressing the outer edge of the left foot. Don't drop that left arch. Inhale, exhale, bend your knee, and you're gonna come up. And then turn the right foot in, and then step the legs back to Tadasana. Other side, take your right outer foot to the wall. I'm watching. Take your right outer foot to the wall. Okay, Niharika, I'm going to spotlight you. Now turn the left leg all the way out. Turn it out. Okay, and keep pressing the outer right heel into the wall and lift the arch of the right foot. Don't let it fall. Bend your left knee slightly just to turn the thigh and get the knee. Yeah. Okay, now put your hand on the block. Put your left hand on the block. Okay, now don't take your right hand on your hip and now gradually straighten the left knee. Pull up, press into the ball of the foot and straighten that left leg. Come on, buttock in. Niharika, straighten your left leg. Niharika, straighten. Yeah, okay, right. And then turn your chest to the ceiling. Turn. Now left buttock forward. Keep turning the left thigh from the inside out. And if you need to bend your knee to turn that thigh, then bend your knee. Then stretch your right arm right alongside your hip. Right alongside your hip first. And feel the difference. So when you pull that arm toward the hip, what happens to the right side of the trunk? It lengthens, doesn't it? Now you can take the arm straight up. It doesn't really stretch your trunk more, but good. Stephanie, looks really good. Now, Jackie, turn your chest to the ceiling, looks good. And Brenda, your hand needs to go slightly toward the leg side, your right hand. Yeah, now straighten your elbow, your right elbow, straighten your elbow. Inhale, reach with the top arm and come up. You can bend your knee first if you want. Yes, good. Now turn that left foot in. Step back into Tadasana. Okay, now Utthita Parshvakonasana. Utthita Parshvakonasana. Hopefully you're not too tired. If you are tired, you always can rest in Uttanasana. Okay, I will not fault you for that if you're tired. Okay, so now same thing. You're going to put your left leg to the wall and your right leg really wide. And then turn the right leg out. Bend the knee. Get that inner thigh to lengthen to the inner knee and then outer thigh back into the hip socket. And you're going to put that block on the inside of your right foot. So now it's a 90-degree corner with the right leg. The outer edge of the left foot is down against the wall. You press your right hand into the block and get your knee and your elbow to press against each other and bring that right buttock forward and head back. Then stretch your arm along your side and lengthen the left side of the trunk. Then from there, you can take the arm perhaps over the head, like you did in Parigasana. Right buttock forward, open the inner groins, head back, inhale, exhale, inhale, Exhale. Now reach back with the left arm. Press into the ball of the foot. Pick up your block and come up. Pick it up. Turn the feet forward. Step the legs to Tadasana. And go to the other side. Go to the other side. I'm going to watch you. I'm going to spotlight Claudia. Okay, so nice big stance. Now bend the left knee first to a square and put your hand down. Put your right hand by your hip. The block should be on the inside. That's it. Now use your left arm to keep that knee back and buttock forward. Get the left buttock bone underneath you forward and take your head back. Good. And turn your chest to the ceiling and then right arm right by the trunk. Reach it right by the hip. Reach the right arm first by the hip, Brenda. First reach it, yes. And then the right side of the waist has to go to the armpit. Now head back and then turn your upper arm from the inside out. From the inside out, yes. And take it over the head. So there are two ways, right? You can bend the elbow or you can just straight. Yes, good. Now press the outer right heel down, lift the arch of the right foot up. Get your left buttock forward, Niharika. Buttock forward, head back. Come on, back bend, back bend. Come on, Claudia, head, buttocks in, buttocks in. Yes, yes. Now inhale and come up. Good. Uttita Parshva Konasana, stretching the sides of the trunk. Okay, now Upavishta Konasana. So have two blocks. Where's my other block? It's here somewhere. There it is. Okay, so you'll be stepping your legs wide. It's fine to have one foot against the wall if you want. Step your legs wide. Put your heels on the back edge of the mat so that they're even. So your heels are going to be on the back line of the mat and wide as you can. Now press the outer edges of the feet down. So wider Duri if you can get your feet wider. And your hands are on the hips. With your buttocks, with your thumbs on the buttocks, pull the buttocks down. Susanna, you're ahead. Pull your buttock flesh down. Now we're going to bend backwards. So move your tailbone forward, lift the front of the trunk, and take the head back and the shoulder blades down. Now keep the front of the spine long and bend at the hip. Come forward. Have some height under your hands. Yes, and then now press the outer edges of the feet and move your inner groins back. Tighten the kneecaps, Jackie, if you can. Yeah, raise your toes. Very good, Stephanie. Okay, now, Carla, do this for me. Move your outer hips back because you, Carla, because there's a little bit of sway in your spine. So I mean, it's good that you're letting the belly hang, but now lift the side waist up to the ceiling. That's better. Yeah. Okay, now can you all look forward? Very good, Alex. Shoulders back, chin forward. Good, Susanna. That's it. Keep pressing your thighs back. This will remove backache. Inner groins back. Spread your buttock bones. Chest forward. Good, Siley. Good, Christina. Good, Allison. Naomi, you could spread your legs a little wider. Duri, you have to work on opening your legs more. Your legs should be 4 or 5 feet apart. Okay, inhale all of you and come up. If your legs are too far apart, you can narrow them first. Then heels in, toes in, heels in, and step in. Okay, sit down. Sit down on your bolster. Sit down on the bolster. Have your blocks near you. So my blocks are sort of kitty corner. You can see that. Okay, on the edge of the mat. Now, you're going to sit in Upavishta Konasana, which means your legs are going to be about 90 degrees corner or So don't, those of you who are super flexible, don't go maximum. Claudia, don't go, be careful. Okay, Allison, somehow that's just a little bit too wide. Okay, I'm gonna say those, you know, bring your legs a little bit closer together. Yes, good, Naomi. Good, Alex. Allison, your legs are too wide apart. That angle looks almost 180 degrees. Okay, good, Christina. Siley looks fine. Okay, now all of you raise the small toes straight up. And then press your fingertips into the bolster. Now, can you extract your waist out of the pelvis? Give the baby some room. Press down with your legs. And press down with the fingertips and lift the sides of the waist. Bend your elbows and now roll the shoulder bones back. Tighten your kneecaps. The thigh muscles are going to the hip. Inhale, exhale, inhale. Keep lifting the small toe side of the foot. Don't let it drop. Inhale, exhale. Bend your elbows, Dury, because when your arms are straight like this, yeah, if you bend the elbows, then the shoulder blades will come down, and it's better on your neck. Bend those elbows, get the shoulder blades down, but the back ribs up. Okay, so now. Listen, extend the inner groins to the heels. The inner groins to the heels, and then cut the outer ankle in. So when I say cut the outer ankle in, that means you have to lengthen from the inner ankle bone to the heel, and the outer ankle bone is cutting in. So you're shortening the outer calf muscle is cutting into the bone. So do that. Okay, because we're going to use that in Ardha Chandrasana. Okay, now carefully bring your legs down and now stand up. Now you're going to go to the wall, but I want you to watch first. So just watch. I'm going to take one block and stand with the left side to the wall, and then have your block in line with the right foot. And then have your right, let's see, I'm sorry. Okay, so you're gonna stand like this, and then your right foot will turn out, and the block is in line with the outer foot. Then you bend forward and take your left leg up. Now, I'm still bending my bottom leg, but this one I'm cut, this leg is like Upavishta Konasana. I'm lengthening from the inner groin to the heel and cutting the outer ankle in. And then finally, I pull up with the outer right thigh and press the inner heel. So both of those ankles are going from outside in, and then I take the head back and buttocks in. To come out, you bend the knee and just stand up. Okay, you do it now. You do it. So face your wall, turn your right leg out, and make sure that your right hand is in line with the outside of the small toe. I'm going to show Alex here. Now, please bend your right leg for a moment. Bend it and extend the inner left leg to the heel. Raise your left leg up a little bit, Alex. Raise it up and push the wall with your left hand. Good. Now tighten that outer ankle and then pull up on the right thigh and straighten the right leg. Move your right buttock. Don't just slam the knee back. When you bend your knee again, Alex. Okay, now pull up from the outer knee as high as you can without slamming the knee back. That's it. Now turn the chest to the ceiling, get your right buttock toward the wall and head back, arch back. Beautiful. Good. Stephanie, beautiful. Everybody, really good. Okay, exhale and come down. Bend your knee and come down. Although Niharika, we have to work on that. You were a little bit too far away from the wall. Okay. So other side now, face the wall, and you're going to turn your left leg 90 so that it's parallel to the wall. Your inner left. Mohammed, I mean, Duri, I'm watching you. So the block should be, you're going to stand on your left leg and take the right leg up. So the left foot has to turn 90 degrees to the left. The left knee has to turn out. The left foot has to turn out, Dury. Yeah. And you have to have a block for your left hand. Okay, now, Niharika, bend your left knee. The standing leg you bend, and then you raise the right leg up. Yes. Foot on the wall, Dury. Foot on the wall. Yep, and now take your left hand forward because it's too close to your foot. The left hand has to go right under the shoulder. Now press into that left block. Roll your chest up to the ceiling. Move the top of the left thigh toward the right heel and extend the inner right leg to the right heel. Come on, lift that leg a little higher, just a little higher, and then exhale and bend your knee and come down. Very good. So this will relieve backache if you practice it. And it's also good to relieve swelling in the legs. Do it one more time on each side, please. Okay. I'm going to spotlight Stephanie this time. Stephanie, though, I want you to follow my instructions. Okay, so that means bend your bottom leg. Yeah, now put your toes on the wall, your left toes on the wall. Okay, now to straighten that leg, I don't want you to push the knee back at all. I want you to press the inner right heel and pull the outer thigh up into the hip socket. Yes, now cut the outer right buttock toward the wall, the crease of the outer right buttock toward the wall, tailbone forward and head back, head way back. Come on, arch back. Yes, yes, that's it. Tailbone in and head back. Good. Brenda, lift your left leg a little more. Niharika, move your right buttock back toward your left heel. The top of the right buttock toward the left heel. You have to turn that thigh. Now come out when you're ready. Christina, your weight is all in the heel. You were just, okay, now Siley, move your block need to be a little bit forward and your buttock back. Okay, but that's it. Good, you can all come out. Thank you for demonstrating. All right, very good. So now, time to do a dog pose, right? So get some support at the wall. I'm going to.
I think we skipped repeating the side, unless I just missed it.
Okay, do the last side. Okay, bend your left knee. Sorry, take your, I'm gonna show Brenda this time. And then turn the top of that thigh from inside out. You have to really rotate it. Yes, and then cut the outer ankles in, press the inner left heel down. And now turn your chest to the ceiling. If you're really stable, you can take the right hand up. But it's better to be stable. Okay, now get that left buttock in, Niharika, left buttock in. Yeah, head back. And press the right toes. Okay, now bend your left knee and come up. Good, Jacqueline. Okay, all of you need to work on getting your buttock away from your waist, but anyway. Okay, so now we're gonna do dog pose. So I want support for your hands at the wall, flat blocks. Flat blocks, shoulder width apart, and then you're gonna support the head. So that means a bolster under your head with blankets if you have long arms. I don't, but some of you will. And you'll be taking the hand like this. So the thumb and the index finger will be at the wall and the other fingers will be spread. And these are your hands on the blocks, okay? So bend down. Place your hand, index finger, thumb to the wall. Your fingers are pointing to the outsides and you can widen the bricks if you need to. Then bend your knees and push your hips back. So the buttocks has to go away from the waist. Move the buttocks away from the waist, the sides of the buttocks back. Rest the head, turn the outer upper arms toward the floor, like Urdhva Hastasana that you did at the wall, and then extend your legs. Have your heels up. Get your pelvis way up and bring your top shoulder blade down. Rest the head. Come down, bend your knees, sit on your heels. I'm going to watch you and spotlight somebody. Okay, second attempt. When you're ready, go ahead. Place your hands. Okay, Naomi, you're gonna be at, now start with bent knees, please. And then move your buttocks back as far as possible. Lengthen the sides of the trunk and then gradually straighten the legs. And don't just pop your knees back. You have to lift the thighs up. Yeah, try again. Bend your knees and then draw the backs of the thighs up, 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 up. Yes. Now shins back, ankles back. Rotate the outer armpit to the floor. Inhale, exhale. Claudia, what are you doing? Don't look at your feet. Don't look at your feet. Rest the forehead on the, yes. And then come down when you need to. Good, Niharika. Good, Casey. Good, Erica. Good, Stephanie. Although Stephanie, your bolster is on your nose and it shouldn't be, so. But I guess it's a little too high for you, huh? Okay. Anyway, now those of you who do Shirshasana in the corner, you're going to do that. And if you're not doing Shirshasana, you're doing Prasarita Padottanasana. Those of you who do headstand, you're going to have your one foot on the chair, like I've shown, you know, like I've shown. And otherwise, we will be taking, I'm going to show this from the side. You'll be taking your breastbone on the bolster and resting your head. You can even take blankets. And really you should have your feet on the mat. So I guess I'll show that. So wide legs. We did this pose before with blocks. Now you're doing it and you're holding it for a longer period of time. So your breastbone is supported, but not, and the belly hangs free. Get your breasts up on that bolster. Then put your head on your forearms and move your inner groins back. Now, don't be too close to the wall, Stephanie. Make all of you who are doing the headstand, don't jam yourself too close to the corner. Otherwise, you won't balance properly. Good, Casey. Just let the abdomen and the belly hang. I'm watching, Susanna. Okay, I'm going to spotlight Niharika because she's doing so nicely today. And I have a good view of her on the camera. Casey, that looks perfect. Okay. All right, now, Duri, this is not high enough for you. You need to put another bolster or you need to widen your legs. Another bolster on top or widen your legs. Good, Susanna. Now separate the heels out and toes in. So I'm going to show also Susanna. Okay, good. All right, now toes in and heels out. Duri, can you get another bolster on there? No? You're gonna try for the blankets. Okay. Can you widen your leg? And yes, and then you'll be lower. Yes, now press your top thighs back. Press the front of the thigh bone into the hamstring. Open the back of the knee. The inner groins have to move back and the buttock bones have to spread. Now, Stephanie, lift your buttocks and heels higher and toes, don't point them so much. Spread, yes, and then roll the inner groins back toward the wall, toward the corner. So heels out, toes in, Stephanie. Right toes in, right, yes. The whole, yes, like that, and lift the tailbone. Okay, now carefully, one leg down and then the other, if you're in the headstand. I hope you were lifting your shoulders and then one leg down and then the other, and then turn around and rest your head on your chair. The rest of you can come out of Prasarita Padottanasana carefully. Very good. All right. Now, Get your chair. When you're recovered, we're gonna sit in the chair for Baddha Vajrasan. Okay, so put your mat on the seat of the chair. If you're tall, if you have long legs, the mat on the floor does not matter. It is inconsequential. Okay, so we're gonna have the back near the wall. If you're tall, you might need a blanket on your chair, and we're bringing the feet forward, like so. And then you'll be turning your chair. I'm gonna turn toward you, and you can turn toward me. Okay, now you have to be able to reach the wall. So you might have to adjust your distance, then bring your feet forward. Okay, now turn the toes in as much as you can. I know they want to go out, but you have to try to turn them in because that spreads the lower back skin from the sacrum to the outer hips. All right, now push down on the chair. Remember how we took the hands to the wall and the shoulder blades went down? It's like that. And then take the hand that's farthest away from the wall, and then put it on the corner, and then take the hand closest to the wall and go back. Now, turn your fingers back and press down on the buttock bones. So whichever buttock bone is with the hand, away from the wall, that one gets light. So you have to keep it down and then turn from the ribs. So right here, turn from above the navel, and then turn from the breast, and then turn from the armpits. Now the back ribs of the way you're turning, if you're turning to the right, your left back ribs have to go in. They have to go in, and then that kidney gets toned, it gets squeezed. So turn, rather that kidney gets stretched, but the back ribs still have to go in. Now the left side ribs have to go toward the spine. The back left side ribs have to move toward the spine. That squeezes that kidney. Keep lifting the chest, lift your chin, and now look over your shoulder toward the wall. And bottom shoulder blades into the back, like you're doing a back bend. And then unwind, release. Okay, now you're going to turn the other way. So your chair, you start out 90 degrees from the wall, like this corner right here, but now you're going to turn 45 degrees so that your body is 45 degrees, and then toes in, take that. I'm taking my right hand to the chair, the wall hand is going back, and I'm watching that I don't lean forward with the right buttock. So the right buttock bone has to stay down, the right sideways, the hip has to stay down, and the sideways has to lift. And then I turn from the ribs. Keeping that right buttock bone down, side ribs lifting, I turn again from the chest. The right ribs have to go into the back, and the sideways has to lift straight up to the armpit. Now go maximum and pull the shoulder blades down, away from the neck. Lift the chin, and then turn your head and look back over your shoulder toward the wall. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, and let go. Okay. Now, one more time on each side, since twists are just so important. So keeping the left buttock bone down, take your left hand to the backrest, take your right hand to the wall. Now, I want to emphasize the shoulders this time. So if your right hand is at the wall, the right shoulder has to go back, the upper arm bone has to go back, and you have to cut the outer shoulder blade in by the armpit. Cut it in. Cut it in and lift the chest, and then turn and look. Cut that right shoulder blade in. Let go. Okay, other side. So you
you'll be able to see how that works on my body. I'm taking my right hand to the chair, my left arm is back. And then I'm bringing that shoulder back, and then this outer shoulder blade is going in. And then the right side of my trunk is lifting higher as I press into the right buttock bone. So the shoulder blade is really into the back ribs. I'm lifting my chin and turning my head to look over that shoulder. And then inhale, exhale, and let go. So hopefully your shoulders are now intelligized. And now we're going to do cross bolsters. So you'll be taking, okay, you have to watch carefully. One bolster on the floor, and then one block a little bit far away, and then this block. So you have to have space for your head on this side. You don't have to have a wall, but you must have space for your head on this side. And then get a second bolster. A second bolster. Now I want you to notice that this end, which is going to be my feet, the block is all the way to the end of the bolster. All right, this end, it's close into the bolster, where my head is going to be. Then you're going to take 3 blankets here. And I'm going to move this whole thing farther away from the wall because I want to put a chair. I'm going to put a chair for my heels. Now watch, and then, okay, so the chair has to go to the wall, Niharika. The chair has to go near the wall and the head has to go toward the middle of the room. Yeah, that's about right. Now, a lot of things depend on your height and your proportions, but you're going to be going back like this. So I'm moving my buttocks forward, lying on the back. So I'll wait until you get your 3 blankets under the head.
Pauline, I don't have 2 bolsters.
So you can do chair sarvangasana perhaps?
Yeah.
Or, yeah, go ahead and do that.
Okay.
So now I'm going to move back without disturbing. Do you see how I'm twisting and moving? And I'm going to get my shoulders down onto the blanket. My head is down. And then lastly, I take the heels and push them onto the chair so that the legs are slightly elevated and they can drain. Now, this is called Setu Bandha in cross bolsters. And do you see how the chest is moving toward my chin? The chest, the sternum is moving toward the chin and the back of the neck is stretched. My upper arms are turned out and the outer shoulder blades are in like they were in the twist. I roll my thighs in and lift the pubis up, tailbone up. Okay, I'm going to come out now and look at your setup. When I come out, I move backwards until my hips are down and then I roll to the side. Okay, some of you got it right away. I don't expect everybody to get it right away. So I'm happy if you can. Okay, so Erica, that looks really good. Casey, your hips are too low. Do you have something you can put under your pelvis? A pillow, blanket? You just need a little bit more height under your buttocks. Oh, Niharika, that looks great. And also, Carla, that looks good. And Allison, that looks good. And all of you roll your upper arms strongly from the inside out. I hope this feels good. Okay, Duri, I'm watching you.
Okay, now only the heels should be on the chair, not the calves. So you might have to move your entire, okay, that's it. Now get your shoulders down on the floor. Turn the upper arms strongly. That's it. And roll the tops of the thighs in. Good. Susanna, it looks good. Does it feel good? Okay. Okay, how is that now, Casey? Is it okay? All right. Erica, that looks perfect. Right, Naomi, let's see. Do you have 2 bolsters or you don't? Okay, let's see what you're gonna do here now. Just the heels. Yes. So you might have to move back just another inch. Yes. Now turn the upper arms strongly. Okay, Jacqueline, your buttocks is sinking a wee bit, and your calves shouldn't be on the chair, only the heels. But if you're okay, so I see what's happening is that your next time you have to move your bolsters a little bit farther away from the chair. Okay, now all of you bend your knees. We're going to come out. You're going to slide backwards. Watch out, Casey. You done tipped your chair and then roll to your side. Very good. Okay. Now, if it didn't work perfectly this time, don't worry because it takes sometimes several times. Okay, so now we're going to set up for pranayama. All right, so your chair, you've got your cross bolsters, and you could be just, let's see, I'm going to go this way. So you can be like that, and then maybe have a support for the arms if you have short arms like I do. You can have a belt for your legs. So this is for my arms. Oh, I have nothing for my head. So you got to have something for the head in addition to the bolster. And then take your belt for Baddha Konasana. Baddha Konasana. So actually, no, we're not going to do Baddha Konasana. We're going to do Swastikasana. So you're going to cross your legs and then have a kind of a big belt and make a figure 8. A figure 8 and just kind of belt your legs, not too tightly. You just want to have just a little bit of support. So this is a figure 8 around my knees. And then I'm going to press my hands into the bolster, lift the chest and go back. And then once I'm back, I'm going to push my buttock flush away from the bolster and hold the mat to get the lumbar spine, get that bolster in the lumbar spine. And hopefully it's comfortable for you, but if it isn't, I don't know, Casey, that the slant on your bolster is okay, but I would take one of those blocks and make it flat and support it closer to your body. Yes. Because I feel like that bolster is going to collapse it for your lumbar spine. Okay, so then once you're lying down, again, you have to roll the upper arms and move the outer shoulder blades in, like you did when you were twisting and in that cross bolsters. And close your eyes. And if you're not comfortable, please let me know. So your palms should be up toward the ceiling. Outer shoulder blades in. Now relax your facial skin. Relax your arms. Just let the body settle. Come on, Siley. I'm going to spotlight Susanna while I'm watching all of you.
Relax the jaw. The tongue should recede toward the throat, and from the root, from the tip to the root, the tongue goes back and the tongue is broader at the throat. Jacqueline, I can see that you're not really comfortable, and I don't, okay, so can you lie on one, do you have reflux at all? You do, so you need that angle. So get one of the couch pillows and put it under where that brick is. Get one of the couch pillows if you can, or the chair pillow, and put it where your brick is. Now the rest of you keep, and just figure out how to get more, yeah, let's see if that'll work. Maybe that'll work. Get your buttocks right up to that bolster. No, I like it the way it was. Get the bolster more vertical. Yep, now get your buttocks right up to that bolster and lie back. Better? Good, okay. All right, now all of you keep relaxing your tongue, your throat, your eyes, and observe the breath. And then come to the end of your normal exhalation, have a pause, and then slowly inhale. Pause, hold the breath, and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Don't have your head going here and there. Come to the end of your exhalation, have a pause. Now inhale partially to the bottom ribs. Hold the breath. Inhale again to the middle ribs. Hold the breath. Inhale again into the upper chest. Hold the breath. Now maintain the lift of the sternum and cross over to the exhale. Then normal breathing. Relax the jaw. Relax the tongue. Then come to the end of your exhalation. Have a pause. Inhale partially. Hold. Inhale again. Hold. Inhale again. Hold. Now slowly exhale, keeping the sternum lifting. Then take some normal breaths. Now those partial inhalations are meant to help you expand your capacity. So now we're going to start Ujjayi inhalations, which means that after your exhalation, you're going to connect those 3 breaths into one inhalation. So come to the end of your exhalation, have a pause, and then slowly inhale from the bottom ribs. Expand the middle side ribs to the upper chest. Now, outer shoulder blades in, hold the breath, move the sternum toward the head, and then slowly exhale. Don't let it all gush out at once, a slow exhalation, and then recover with normal breaths. Relax the tongue. Relax the jaw. Now, when you are in labor, you need to be doing this kind of breathing. So we'll start again. Come to the end of your exhalation, pause. Now slowly expand the bottom ribs, middle ribs, upper ribs. Hold the breath, and then cross over to the exhalation as controlled, smooth, soft exhalation. Couple of normal breaths. Inhale and exhale. Siley's daughter, you need to settle down and let your mom have her rest. You be quiet. Inhale and exhale. Come to the end of your exhalation. Have a pause. Now slowly expand the chest. The breath will come in. Slowly stretch through the side ribs. Hold the breath. Keep the chest skin moving upward to the head and slowly exhale. Controlled, smooth stream of breath. And then recover. And just rest completely. Now you may want to change the cross of your legs or stretch your legs out. And please do that. And then rest. Let the facial skin soften. The eyes should fall deeply into their sockets and move toward seeing the inside of the chest. Continue to observe your breath. Keep the mind quiet. Many times a baby will move during pranayama or when you're reclined like this. Let the skin soften everywhere. Let the brain empty with each exhalation. Tongue passive, jaw relaxed, eyes quiet. Mind internalized. After your next exhalation, slowly open your eyes, bend your knees, slowly turn to your side and use your hands to come to a sitting position. Grab one of your bolsters and sit on it horizontally. So now you're going to sit straight for about a minute. Lift your chest. Close your eyes. Observe the breath. Let every exhalation be smooth. Bring the palms together in front of the chest. Bow your head toward your heart. And then bring your hands to your legs. Slowly raise your head and open your eyes. And that's all for today. I hope that was good for you. I'm going to turn off the recording and see you next time.